സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സ് സമർപ്പിക്കുന്നത് ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് വെറൈറ്റി ഈസ് ദ സ്പൈസസ് ഓഫ് ലൈഫ് പവേഡ് ബൈ കാർത്തിക സൂപ്പർ മാർക്കറ്റ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റേഞ്ച് ഓഫ് ഫുഡ് പ്രോഡക്ട്സ് സിൻസ് 1989 co-sponsored by തിരുമലാഗി ദ ട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ടേസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് കൗഗി.
സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സിന്റെ ഒരു പുതുപുത്തൻ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്ന് ഒരുപാട് നല്ല നല്ല സെഗ്മെന്റ്സുമായിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് ഓരോന്നോരോന്നായിട്ട് കാണാം.
Singapore Choiceil ഇന്നത്തെ നമ്മുടെ ഗസ്റ്റ് ശ്രീ നവാസ് മിറജ്കർ. Sri Nawaz Mirajkar hails from a long lineage of musicians. He has collaborated with various Indian classical musicians and contemporary musicians as well. He has composed and produced numerous orchestral pieces. He has collaborated with Chinese and Western and Malay musicians as well. He is the recipient of Singapore National Arts Council's Young Artists Award. He is the tabla teacher at Temple of Fine Arts and has tutored more than 250 students. Namaste, Nawaz. Nawaz ji, could you describe your musical journey to us?
It's been a long journey, and I've been to Singapore actually. My first visit to Singapore was in '96 when I came to Singapore as 22 years old. And since then, I think initially I came as a performer. I came with a very famous sitar maestro, Ustad Usman Khan, to accompany him in a school, the school I'm teaching now, Temple of Fine Arts. So this school is run by actually a monk, Swami Shantananda Saraswati, and we have branches all over the world. Like we have in Malaysia, we have in Australia, we also have branches in India, in Madras and Coimbatore. So this same the sister concern in Singapore called Temple of Fine Arts. I initially came to perform with Usman Khan, and then after that they asked me, why don't you stay here and teach sometime and see how it happens. And so when I came initially, I think I said let's try for probably for 6 months and on even 1 year. And then after 1 year I saw it was really a tremendous response, and I also almost had about 30 to 40 students that time. And it's not only Indian, and a lot of non-Indians people they were very keen to learn tabla and Indian music. And in these years, I think in 2003, I did a Guinness World Record for playing for 27 hours and 45 minutes in Singapore with 2 more percussionists. And in 2011, I received Singapore's Young Artist Award. So I think in this whole journey, it's been very interesting to meet a variety of artists and variety of musicians and variety of dancers and things. So it was a journey of music through Pune to Singapore.
You don many hats, that of a performer, of a teacher and a composer. Which of these inspires you the most?
If you ask me, means definitely I love all. I don't think I can be only one, because I think it's just like being a human being. I think I want to be a performer definitely, but as I want to be a performer, definitely being a teacher also it helps me, because when you share your knowledge, it gives you new ideas. And I think also it's nice to be a performer, and I think there is so much need to pass on your music to the new generation. So I guess I would love to teach and also perform. So I think performing is my main thing, because it's a different thing. And I guess our Indian art is actually more performing than just keeping to ourselves, and I think it should be also taught. So I would choose to be definitely a performer, and definitely I would like to share whatever I know a bit. I would like to share to everyone.
You have conceptualized and worked on various productions over the years. Which of these is the most special for you, or was the most challenging for you?
I think in all these years I've done almost 4 to 5 big productions as such. My recent production called Damaru. Damaru is actually Shiva's drum, Damaru, and we did actually kind of a collaboration with the Chinese drums, Japanese drums, and also African drums, and basically how Shiva's drum is connected to the whole world, and basically bringing all the various cultures together. And whole Damaru, that was one of my, I would say that was one of my best production, where I think you can see really a lot of different cultures coming together. And when they came initially, they didn't know what is Indian music is about, they didn't know what is Indian culture about. So in fact, we used to start our rehearsals with the prayer, and you can see Chinese guys, Malay guys sitting down and actually being in prayer. So basically, it's not nothing but energy. Energy runs from one and it goes all over, and it becomes one thing. And it was nice because the challenging was because Indian music we don't have a notation, but when Western music is played, they have the set notation. So to work with them, and plus here we had some Indian maestros from India who came and perform along with us. So they didn't want a notation because they said, keep us free from this. We don't want notation, because if you keep us in notation, we won't be able to play. Whereas the Singapore and the Western musicians we had, they really wanted notation. So to juggle with these two, it was very hard, but finally what came out was completely different, which everybody really liked it, and it was just a tremendous production, which was completely 2 hours show. From the we had various pieces called Big Bang, we had a Tandava, we had a Evolution. So basically it's a journey of time, how is like a, what do you call, it's a preservation, then destruction, then creation. So this whole cycle of thing was conceptualized through Damru. So to blend these two things was one of the very difficult thing, but what they perform actually was completely different than what we expected, and I guess that's what the music is all about, because it's energy. So that was Damru, and Damru was really very popularized by our work, and then we went to many countries. We went to India to perform. We went and we performed in Krishna Gana Sabha. We also performed in Pune in one of the grand festival. We went to Australia for the Festival of Lights. We also performed in Korea. So this complete piece of what you call 40-piece orchestra was performed all over, and this group was quite challenging as well, because it was a big task. It was almost a big team of 40 musicians to take them across, like especially when we went to Australia. In that country you don't have they don't allow you the wood and skin. So basically we have to quarantine, and we have to really go through the channels to really clear the drums and things. So it was a task as such, but it is also had its own interesting thing, and when it performed, everybody felt it's a really a very nice energy, and it was a very beautiful feeling of getting all the musicians feeling about Indian culture, and especially like this whole thing was based on Lord Shiva's Damru. So how all these cultures are united. We might speak a different language, but music is universal. That was actually the concept behind Damru. And other concept I would like to mention also is Tal Express is one of my other production, which is a train journey going through various states of India. It's a completely Indian production where you have various states and their music. So basically, as we know, India is a very wide and big country. So after every 200 kilometers, the music changes. We have various drums. We have different languages. So basically, we brought all that together through the train. So the train's rhythm actually meet various cultures and various art form and their style and their language and their drum. So that was all brought together into this concept of Tal Express, which was performed last year in Esplanade for Kala Utsavam, and that also was very well received because it's a really very interesting concept as well. So I would say these two are one of the interesting concepts which I think I would really like to mention them. And beside that, this year I'm doing one more another huge concept called Antaragni, the fire within. That means everyone has a fire within all of us, so the passion of everyone, and also it's a tribute to fire. So basically we are doing 6 various pieces on this Antaragni, where we have one piece which is kind of a collaboration of Kathak dance and Spanish music, and again flamenco means actually a flame, and then we're doing one Sufi piece where actually we're talking about Sufi flames. Then also initially we start with this whole program with Surya Namaskar, where we're talking about how sun is like a god itself, and so basically this is a tribute to all of us through the fire. So that's my upcoming production.
Chicken curry is just 1, 2, 3 steps.
ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് കറി പൗഡർ തനത് സ്വാദിന്റെ സംതൃപ്തി അരനൂറ്റാണ്ടിന് മേലെ.
എന്റെ ഒരു കൂട്ടുകാരിയാ കാർത്തിക സ്റ്റോഴ്സിനെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞ് വന്നു നോക്കി. അപ്പോഴല്ലേ പൊടിപൂരം, ഉപ്പ് തൊട്ട് കർപ്പൂരം വരെ ഇവിടെയുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പതേ ഇവർ ഓർഡർ അനുസരിച്ച സാധനങ്ങൾ വീട്ടിലെത്തിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുകയും ചെയ്യും. നമ്മുടെ നാടൻ സാധനങ്ങൾ വേണോ? കാർത്തികിലേക്ക് വന്നോളൂ. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ സെരാൻകുൺ വരാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ളവർക്ക് ഈശ്വൻ ഭാഗത്ത് വിനോദ് സ്റ്റോഴ്സിലും സാധനങ്ങൾ ലഭിക്കും. കാർത്തിക എന്റർപ്രൈസസ് പ്രൈവറ്റ് ലിമിറ്റഡ്, 34 ബഫല്ലോ റോഡ്, സിംഗപ്പൂർ 219796. ഫോൺ 62977533.
തിരുമല നെയ് ശർക്കര പായസത്തിന് സ്ട്രോങ് സപ്പോർട്ട്, നെയ്ദോശയ്ക്ക് സൂപ്പർ സപ്പോർട്ട്, ഗുലാബ് ജാമിന് ക്ലോസ് ഫ്രണ്ട്, വീട്ടിലും വിരുന്നിലും ഏറ്റവും അടുത്ത സുഹൃത്ത് തിരുമല നെയ്.
തിരുമല നെയ്.
Aladdin's, your one-stop magical shopping experience. Designer saris, Punjabi suits, footwears, handbags, Gagra cholis, men's sherwani suits, concentrated perfume, Kanjipuram silk saris, cosmetics, fancy ornaments, gold jewelry, gold and silver bars, and many more. 3 floors of shopping bliss in the heart of Little India.
Aladdin's Jewels and Apparels, 121 Serangoon Road, Singapore.
Singapore University of Technology and Design. PhD program in Engineering Product Development. Singapore University of Technology and Design. A better world by design.
At Om Vedic, indulge in authentic Ayurvedic relaxing massages with proficient Ayurvedic physicians. Om Vedic successfully manages sinusitis, migraine, arthritis, skin and stomach disorders, fertility problems, and more. Om Vedic Heritage Center offers women's health and beauty, astrological consultations, and free meditation. Om Vedic, Singapore's leading holistic wellness center.
This year, be dressed in the finest Indian and Pakistani designer wear. Saris, Punjabi suits, lehengas, children and men ready garments, Pakistani lawn suits, sandals, footwear, and many more. 2 stories of shopping haven for the entire family. Muntaha Collections, 113 Serangoon Road.
Explore Singapore with Sex, the fastest and best price express bus to all attractions. Bookings at Gemini Travel Office, 0174 Little India Arcade, Serangoon Road.
Apart from, like you mentioned, the notation factor when you collaborate with various musicians from different disciplines, what are the other challenges that you face when you collaborate with musicians from different disciplines?
I think to name one challenge is not enough. There are so many challenges because it's not easy to really work with the group like this, because when you work with 3-4 people it's easier, but if you work in a 30 to 40 musicians together, it's a problem starts with the timetable. To schedule the timetable is very hard because everyone works in a different thing, and some of them, they actually, music is passion for them, so they do it in the evening, and some of them are full-time artists, so they are free. So when they are free, these guys, other guys are not free. So basically to manage that is one task. Then again, I think it's not only Indian musicians, we also have a variety of musicians, so to make them understand the concept, and then the music is explained to them. And again, the notation wise, there is actually a bit of a different thing which we have to work on. And again, the pitching, sometimes that one musician might have a different pitch, and then the other musician would not actually be comfortable with that pitch. But so to work with that pitch and to get that the similar understanding from everyone, it takes a bit of time. And also to get everybody in the same mood, it's very hard because everyone is in a different zone when they come for rehearsals. So basically, it's just that.
Why do you think it is important for young children to take to and learn the classical art forms?
I think that's another very important thing which I would really like every child to learn the classical music, because I guess these are our roots, our belonging, where we belong to. Definitely you can play Western music or you can do anything, but we should not forget our roots, where we come from. And I think that makes a lot of sense, because you would be surprised. I have a lot of drummers they learn Western music, but they're learning Indian music or Indian classical thing just to learn theory. Because whatever theory our Indian classical music has, it's very definite. So, I mean, I'm sure when they come to learn Indian classical music, they have some idea, because they see their music doesn't have that. So, you look at, especially for rhythm, we have a very, very huge study which shows you how to work with the beat and mathematics. And it's very interesting because I think if our own kids can learn this, and if our own students can learn this, they can benefit a lot in future. And if they want to play any Western music or any Western thing or anything else in future, it's much easier because somehow or other it's connected, I feel. So I guess, and also in a way, earlier generation has done on music and culture. I'm sure there is a lot of research which is really very interesting, and which is going to go on waste, because it's such a huge thing which as a musician we are going to lose if you're not going to study that.
How do you get your students interested in the tabla?
I think I don't do anything extra to really make them attracted to tabla, but I think tabla is generally very popular because I guess because it doesn't have language. But I think generally a lot of people get fascinated with tabla with his sound. Tabla is like very catchy, and nowadays tabla is used for everything. It's not only for, I mean, there was a time tabla was only used for classical music, but now tabla is played with the jazz, tabla is played with the Western things, tabla is played for Chinese songs, tabla is also played for Spanish music. Sometime even I was shocked once. I think I was in I was actually in Korea. I saw a Korean tabla player who was playing tabla. So basically tabla has gone all over, and it's becoming really popular. And I think the awareness has gone to people because they find it's interesting drum because it has a very interesting sounds. And in fact, like when I went to Japan once, I remember when I was performing, one guy came and he said, it's impossible, can I see your drum? Because I want to see what is inside. Because he thought it's a kind of a technical, there's some device inside that I can press and play. But he couldn't believe that fingers can play these sounds. So, I mean, there are many drums of sticks and things, but there are very few drums in the world which can speak the language. So, I guess tabla is one of those. So it's just that. I guess there's something else there that people like tabla that way.
Nawazji, could you play a little something for us and also explain what you're going to play?
The drum I'm playing here is called tabla. Tabla is a two-piece drum. The right drum is called daya, the left drum is called baya, but together it's called tabla. And it's a principal drum of Hindustani music. And today I'll be playing a composition called Rela. Rela means a movement of train. It's a fast moving train sounds you can hear from this composition.
Finally, what is your advice for young aspiring musicians?
My advice will be, I think, be creative as much as possible. Do whatever you want to do. It could be drawing, or it could be playing tabla, or it could be playing sitar, or it could be playing any veena or any instrument, or you want to dance. But do something creative because we belong to that big culture of world which is known as India. We should really see how we can bring whatever our traditional things in a different way. Because I guess today's generation, we need a excuse like a fusion or a kind of a contemporary things with the new touch where we can touch many hearts in the world. Be a very good music student, practice, learn from your gurus, and just maintain our tradition.
Nawazji, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Chicken curry is just 1, 2, 3 steps.
ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് കറി പൗഡർ തനത് സ്വാദിന്റെ സംതൃപ്തി അരനൂറ്റാണ്ടിനും മേലെ.
QBB Pure Ghee for cooking, baking and barbecue. Superior taste in so many ways. QBB Pure Ghee.
This year, be dressed in the finest Indian and Pakistani designer wear. Saris, Punjabi suits, lehengas, children and men ready garments, Pakistani lawn suits, sandals, footwear and many more. 2 stories of shopping haven for the entire family. Muntaha Collections, 113 Serangoon Road.
Let's go!
Explore Singapore with Sex, the fastest and best price express bus to all attractions. Bookings at Gemini Travel Office 0174 Little India Arcade, Serangoon Road.
ഇപ്പം എല്ലാവർക്കും എല്ലാ ആൾക്കാരും ആയുർവേദത്തിലേക്ക് ആണ് എപ്പോഴും ഒരു ചാഞ്ചാട്ടം. ആയുർവേദത്തിലേക്ക് പോയാലോ, അലോപ്പതി വിട്ട് ആയുർവേദത്തിലേക്ക് പോയാലോ, കാരണം സൈഡ് എഫക്ട്സ് ഇല്ല. എന്തും നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പ്രോബ്ലം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും ആയുർവേദ ഡോക്ടേഴ്സ് ആണെങ്കിലും അവരുടെ അടുത്തേക്ക് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലും ആ ഒരു രോഗം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് മാറ്റിത്തരും. അപ്പം എന്തൊക്കെ ഡെവലപ്മെൻറ്റ്സ് ആണ് ആയുർവേദത്തിൽ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്, എന്തെല്ലാം തെറാപ്പീസാണ്, അത് ബ്യൂട്ടിഫൈ ചെയ്യാനും നമ്മളിപ്പം സൗന്ദര്യത്തിലും കൂടി ഇപ്പം ആയുർവേദമാണ് ആൾക്കാർ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് കൂടുതൽ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചറിയാൻ ഇവിടെ ശൈലജ മാം ഉണ്ട്. മാം ഓം വേദിക്കിൻ്റെ ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈൽ പ്രാക്ടീഷണറാണ്, ഡയറക്ടറാണ്. നമുക്ക് കൂടുതൽ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചറിയാം. ഓം വേദിക് ഹെറിറ്റേജ് സെൻറ്ററിന് മറ്റുള്ള ഒരു ഹെറിറ്റേജ് സെൻറ്റർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആയുർവേദത്തിൽ നിന്ന് എന്താണ് മാറ്റി നിർത്തുന്നത്?
അങ്ങനെ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ വി സ്റ്റിക്ക് ടു ദ ട്രഡീഷണൽ വേ ഓഫ് ഹാൻഡ്ലിങ് തെറപ്പീസ് ആൻഡ് ഐ ബീൻ ഗിവിങ് എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് ടു ദ ഹൈജീൻ, ക്ലെൻലിനെസ് ആൻഡ് ക്വാളിറ്റി ഓഫ് ആ തെറപ്പീസ്. വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ കാണിക്കും, ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വി വിൽ ഷോ യു ഹൗ ഒരാളുടെ തെറപ്പി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു ഹെർബോ കിഴി പറയണത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് മാനേജ് ചെയ്യണത്, ഈ വേസ്റ്റ് വരുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് മാനേജ് ചെയ്യണത്. അപ്പോൾ പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് ഒരു കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, ഇവിടെ വന്നാൽ ആ ക്വാളിറ്റി ഓഫ് ദ ഹെർബ്സ്, ക്വാളിറ്റി ഓഫ് ദ തെറപ്പീസ് ഇനി വേറെ ഒന്നും മിക്സ് ചെയ്യണില്ല, ആ ഒരു കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ അനദർ വെരി ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ഫീച്ചേഴ്സ്, നമ്മളെല്ലാം ഓട്ടോമേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു, നമ്മൾ പേപ്പർലെസ് ആണ്, കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറൈസ്ഡാണ്. അപ്പോൾ പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് എപ്പോൾ വേണമെങ്കിലും അവരുടെ റെക്കോർഡ് പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ അവർ വരുമ്പോൾ ദേ ഡോണ്ട് നീഡ് ടു റിപ്പീറ്റ്, സോ ദേ ഫീൽ വി ആർ ഡൂയിങ് ഇറ്റ് വെരി സിസ്റ്റമാറ്റിക്കലി.
നമുക്ക് മാം ഇവിടെ ഒരു 2-3 തെറാപ്പീസ് കാണിച്ചു തരാമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് നമുക്ക് കാണിച്ചു തരാൻ പോകുന്നത്?
സിംഗപ്പൂരിൽ ഒരുപാട് സ്കിൻ പ്രോബ്ലംസ് കാണുന്ന സ്ഥലമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അവരുടെ ഫുഡ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ആണോ, സ്ട്രെസ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ആണോ, ഇനി ഇവിടുത്തെ ഹ്യൂമിഡിറ്റി ആണ്, ഈ പല കാരണം വെച്ചിട്ട് നമ്മൾ വി സീ എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് പേഷ്യൻസ് കമ്മിങ് ടു അസ് വിത്ത് ഡിസീസസ് ലൈക്ക് എക്സീമ, സോറിയാസിസ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളെന്താ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ തക്രധാര പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒരു വളരെ ഇഫക്റ്റീവ് ആയുർവേദ തെറപ്പി ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ തക്രധാരയ്ക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ടു മേക്ക് ദ മെഡിസിൻസ്, ദ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ ഇസ് ഡൺ ഫ്രഷ്ലി ഓൺ ദ ഡേ ഓഫ് ദ തെറപ്പി. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഹെർബ്സൊക്കെ നാട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെ വരുത്തി, സോ റെഡിമെയ്ഡ് പൗഡേഴ്സ് അല്ലാതെ നമ്മൾ ഈവൻ ദ റൂട്ട്സ് ഹെർബ്സ് കൊണ്ടുവരാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ആരഗ്വത പറഞ്ഞ ഹെർബ് ഈ തക്രധാരയ്ക്ക് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അതിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം തക്ര, തൈര്, ഈ തക്ര വെച്ചിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം കഷായം മിക്സ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഫ്രഷ് ആയിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കും. അപ്പോൾ പേഷ്യൻറ്റ് ഒരു 7 days, ചിലപ്പോൾ 14 days, ചിലപ്പോൾ 21 days ഈ തെറപ്പി ചെയ്യണം. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഇഫക്റ്റ് കണ്ടിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ കുറേ പേര് നമ്മളുടെ സെൻറ്റർ ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു സ്കിൻ സ്പെഷ്യലൈസേഷനിലേക്ക് വരുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ആ തെറപ്പി ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ കാണാൻ പോവാം. വേദിക്കിന് 3 സെൻറ്റേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇതാണ് മെയിൻ തെറപ്പി സെൻറ്റർ. ആൻഡ് ഇനിയൊരെണ്ണം ഇത് അടുത്ത് തന്നെ ഒരു ഫാർമസി ഉണ്ട്, അതിൻ്റെ പേര് ആയുർവേദ ഫാർമസി. ആൻഡ് നമുക്കൊരു സ്മോൾ സെൻറ്റർ ബാലിയിലും ഉണ്ട്. അത് മെയിൻലി ഒരു റിസോർട്ടിൽ ഒരു സ്പാ മാതിരി നടത്തുന്നുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് 3 ഡോക്ടേഴ്സും ഉണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും BAMS ക്വാളിഫൈഡ് ഫ്രം ഇന്ത്യ ആൻഡ് MD in alternative മെഡിസിനും ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് ഒരു ഡോക്ടർ റൂപാലി, also from India.
We have a wide range of diseases we treat at our center, that is starting from arthritis, skin diseases, as well as for insomnia. Nowadays it's very much like stress. Our life is very stressful, so many patients come with stress, so we provide them with the medicines as well as the our therapy. Not only that, we provide them with the best diet and the lifestyle they should take it for their healthy lifestyle. Today here is one of my patient. She is Alaska from Japan. When she come to our center, she was suffering chronic condition it was, and she was suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, as well as she has with nowadays, as I said, it is a stressful life. So when she come to me, I think she can tell you more about that.
I was having problem with IBS, insomnia, fatigue, and nausea over 6 years. And my local Indian friend gave me advice to visit Dr. Rupali in Little India for Ayurveda pharmacy. And after started getting Ayurveda pharmacy treatment, maybe only for 2 months, all my problems totally recovered. And now I'm taking Ayurveda body treatment and the Shirotara treatment very often. I'm very healthy now. I'm very happy.
രണ്ടാമത്തെ ഡോക്ടർ ശൈലജ, അവരാണ് ഈ സെൻറ്ററിൻ്റെ മെയിൻ ഡോക്ടർ. ഷീസ് റണ്ണിങ് ആൻഡ് മാനേജിങ് ദ സെൻറ്റർ.
Mostly we're concentrating on the Panchakarma therapies here. I have been treating many women's health infertility cases on chronic skin disorders and PCOS, mainly old people also.
Before I came here, I used to have a lot of bloatedness, gastric, no appetite to eat food at all. Just eat during time to eat, I eat, and very lethargic. And I used to have a very bad anxiety complex. It was so bad that I would perspire at night. I can't even sleep in my own room. I want to run out of the house. I couldn't even board a plane. And then I came to see Dr. Sailaja. And through her treatment over the past couple of months, I have found myself to be very, very much calmer. She has told me what I can eat, what I cannot eat. I have followed the routines. And basically, I have a good appetite now. My bloatedness, gastricness has gone away. And I feel very, very much calmer and at ease with myself over the past couple of 4-5 months. There's been a lot of change.
പിന്നെ ഡോക്ടർ അഞ്ജലി ഉണ്ട്. ഡോക്ടർ അഞ്ജലി പല patients from abroad കാണുന്നുണ്ട്.
Hello, I am Dr. Anjali. I have been treating quite a number of patients from the last 2.5 years in Om Vedic Heritage Center. I have been looking to most of the women's health problems like PCOS, especially we treat like fertility patients also. We help in conceiving them. And for me, most of the patients are coming from overseas also, like Jakarta. I treat for skin problems also, like eczema, psoriasis, and other conditions also.
തെറപ്പിസ്റ്റ് 3 ലേഡീസും 3 ജെൻസും ഉണ്ട്. ഇവരാണ് നമ്മളുടെ മെയിൻ തെറപ്പിയൊക്കെ നടത്തുന്ന ടീം.
ബീങ് എ ഡയറക്ടർ ഓഫ് ഓം വേദിക് ഹെറിറ്റേജ് സെൻറ്റർ, എന്താണ് നമ്മുടെ പ്രേക്ഷകർക്ക് ഒരു മെസ്സേജ് കൊടുക്കാൻ കഴിയുക? മാത്രമല്ല, എന്തിലാണ് കൂടുതലും ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീങ്സ് സക്സീഡ് ആവേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യം?
നമുക്ക് ഏത് ഡിസയറും ഏത് ഒരു മിഷൻ നടത്തിയാൽ, ഇപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ ആയുർവേദമാണ്, നമ്മളതൊരു സർവീസ് വെച്ചിട്ട് ഓറിയൻറ്റഡ് വെച്ച് ചെയ്താൽ you will definitely succeed and you will feel that fulfillment, sense of fulfillment. പിന്നെ രണ്ടാമത്തത് എന്താ സക്സസ് ഫാക്ടർ ചോദിച്ചാൽ, ഇതേപോലെ ഒരു മിഷനോ ഒരു ഡിസയർ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഹെൽത്ത് വളരെ ആവശ്യമാണ്. ഹെൽത്ത് ഇല്ലാച്ചാൽ നമുക്ക് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള സാധ്യത കുറച്ച് കുറയും, എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം. സോ give a lot of importance to keep your good health and then do your mission in life as service to mankind.
ഇന്നത്തെ എപ്പിസോഡ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച വീണ്ടും കാണാം. അതുവരെ ടേക്ക് കെയർ, ബൈ.
സിംഗപ്പൂർ ചോയ്സ് സമർപ്പിച്ചത് ഹൗസ് ബ്രാൻഡ് വെറൈറ്റി ഈസ് ദ സ്പൈസസ് ഓഫ് ലൈഫ്. പവേർഡ് ബൈ കാർത്തിക സൂപ്പർ മാർക്കറ്റ്, കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റേഞ്ച് ഓഫ് ഫുഡ് പ്രോഡക്ട്സ് സിൻസ് 1989. Co-sponsored by Tirumala Ghee, the trusted taste of cow ghee.